everyone. I hope you're all well. Much as I would love to be back at work and blow away this coronavirus, how lucky have we been with the weather? It's the only positive thing that's come out of this coronavirus, the fact that we can thoroughly enjoy being at home in our gardens if you have one and enjoying this fab weather. Tonight's meal has been inspired by Andrea, our centre manager, who asked me about my potato cakes that I had made by default one day in the classes when we had some extra mashed potato to utilise, and our chef at the time had told me basically what to do. Now I'm running out of supplies. I'm trying not to go to the shops, but I do have some potatoes left to use up, which I have already mashed, boiled and mashed earlier on today. To that I have added a little mayonnaise, and I'm going to make tonight, I'll show you how to make fish cakes. So we have our mashed potato, which I have done already. I know you know how to do mashed potato because I've done this before on the group chat. The recipe that I'm sort of following suggests you put mayonnaise, but I like to zhuzh my recipes up a little, so I've actually used tikka mayonnaise. So I've put the tikka mayonnaise in. To that I'm adding some spring onions. They were in my garden, the last few that I have, so they're going in. Then one tin, it says 150 gram, the tin I had was 160 gram of tuna, but that's fine. So tin of tuna, which I already opened and drained. This was one that was in oil. Adding that. I'm going to add, just put these plates over. I'm going to add a little lemon juice, not very much. In fact, I'll even just take a little teaspoon out so that we don't get a bit silly and make it too runny. So just a teaspoon. You could put a little more if you prefer. I think a teaspoon's fine. You don't want to overpower it and make it too citrusy. And a little pepper and a little salt. This is actually low salt. It's rock salt, but it's a low one. So, and then I'm going to just mix that together. I haven't got a huge bowl here, so as we were doing last night when we were mixing in a bowl, just be very careful not to over mix it to begin with and then find everything goes over the sides. So you mix all of that together. Now you could put in some parsley, which I have here. This is the tonight's veg, same as last night, the kale and the parsley. I could also put a little leek in, but I made leek and potato soup today, so I'm going to leave the leek out, I think, and we're just going to have the fish cakes with the fried greens, very similarly to what I did last night. Okay, so that's that all mixed in, and the mixture is not too runny, which is exactly what we want. Now I'm not going to do all of these right now, I'm going to do a few and let you see what we do. And it's so easy. So we're just going to take a small amount. Now this recipe says 6 fish cakes, but I think I'm going to make them slightly smaller and therefore get more. So we have our round, and you just press it flat to get a little fish cake size. Dip it in the flour first. Now I've got a bowl here of flour. I've got a bowl with 1 egg beaten up and some breadcrumbs. And the reason I'm going to do it in the flour first is so that the egg has something to stick to. So you pop it in the flour, then into the egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. Roll it over in the breadcrumbs. And normally I hear you say she's going to put it into a frying pan. But no, I'm going to put it onto my greased tray which I've already sprayed with my fry light, and I'm going to put them in the oven. So I'll do another one for you. So again, entirely up to you what size you want them. I would like this to be enough for perhaps tomorrow's lunch as well. My partner will be having a fit thinking he's not getting an awful lot for his tea tonight, but with the amount of bread and other stuff that we've been eating recently, I think it's time to cut down. So I better not be too unkind because he's doing this video for me, and he could stop it at any time if I continue. So again, into the flour, into the egg. Try not overhandle it too much because then it could break, and then into the breadcrumbs. And just very carefully toss it over and into the plate. Simple as that. So I will carry on doing more of these afterwards. And once I've filled up my dish, I'll then just place them in the oven 15-20 minutes before we're due to eat. Again, as always, boring as we are, probably about 20 to 7, quarter to 7. And probably won't cook them all tonight. I'll probably keep some aside. This particular recipe is ideal for freezing, so you can actually make them up and then freeze them, or you could cook them and then freeze them. It's entirely up to yourselves, and then just heat them back through again in the oven. So I'm going to carry on with that. Before I go, again, as I said, my veg, I had picked some last lots of the kale and the flat leaf parsley that we had left. I've also got a few leeks, but I have made some leek and potato soup today, and I've actually put a few sprouts in with that. Sounds pretty awful, but it actually tastes delicious. We had some for lunch today. So I'm probably going to leave the leek out for tonight's veg and just have the kale and the parsley fried in the frying pan like I showed you last night in some flavoured oil, and that'll be just lovely with the fish cakes. So hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll have one more day tomorrow to have a think of what we're going to do for the end of the week, and then we'll be back to the Monday again. Take care everyone, and please stay safe. Bye.